Welcome and welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids. In this video, we will be doing probability problems that also has something to do with area. So for the last 2 lessons, mainly going to be filled with examples and practice problems. Again, here's your course outline for this unit. We are already about to finish our chapter, 8th grade math lessons, chapter 12. Our learning goals for today is to understand the calculation of the probability of an event related to area, and be able to use probability related to area to solve a problem. Here's some review. We can express probability as a ratio, or you could say a fraction. So the numerator would be the outcomes of drawing a red ball, if we're going to find the probability of drawing a red ball here. And the bottom is the total possible outcomes. There could be red balls, there could be green balls, there could be yellow balls. So if there were 2 red balls, 3 green balls, 5 yellow balls, we add them together to get 9 total possible outcomes. Of an inevitable event is 1. The probability of an impossible event is 0. And if event, it's not even. Event A is random, so its probability has to be between 0 and 1. If a kitten wanders randomly on the tiled floor, as shown in the figure, what is the probability that it will finally stop on a black tile? Every tile is identical besides its color. So we have a kitten, and she's just wandering around, and she doesn't really care about which tile she's on. So she's going to randomly stop and probably maybe groom herself on a tile. And what's the probability that she will step on a black tile? So the probability of her stepping on a black tile, you can express it like this. There's a total of 16 tiles, so that's going to be the total number of possible outcomes. That's going to be our denominator. And as you can see, there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 black tiles, or you could say dark or brown. So 4 out of 16 tiles are black. You can further simplify that into 1/4. So the probability of the kitten stepping on a black tile is 1/4. What is the probability that the kitten will pause on a white tile? Well, it's the same thing. This time we have to know how many white tiles there are. There's a total of 16 tiles, 12 of them are white. So when you simplify this fraction, you get 3/4. Kanban thinks that the answer to the previous question, which is 3/4, is the same as the following. So he also made his own problem. There are 12 black balls and 4 white balls in a bag, which are all identical except for color. What is the probability of randomly drawing a black ball? And he is correct. There is a total for him, 16 balls, so that's going to be our denominator, and 12 of them are black. When you further simplify that, you also get 3/4. Practice. As shown in the figure, A, B, and C, D are perpendicular diameters on a horizontal disc. A small steel ball rolls freely on the disc. The probability that the small steel ball will stop in the shaded area is blank. So basically when it says the ball rolls freely, it means that it's random. Again, we can use what we learned with reflection and transformations to help us out. We can, for example, move this shaded piece here, move this large shaded piece here, and move this shaded piece, the one in the middle, here. So we're left with 1 full quarter of this disc that's shaded. And our answer is A. A car is driving to a mall and then parks in a certain parking lot. A single parking space is represented as 1 rectangle. Each parking space is identical except for the color. The probability of the car parking in a red parking space is blank. Remember, there's a total of 9 parking spaces and 5 of them are red. So our answer would be 5/9. We have a spinner. If the pointer lands on a red, yellow, or green area, the customer can get 150 or 20 tokens respectively. The spinner is divided into 20 sections, and they are all equal. What are the probabilities that customer A will get each amount of tokens? So you can see that out of these 20 sections, 1 is red, 2 are yellow, and 4 are green. So we're going to go to the next slide, but if you want to, you can always come back to this slide to look at this image. The probability of the customer receiving any prize would be 1 + 2 + 4 out of 20 sections, 7 out of 20. The probability of the customer getting a 100 token prize is 1 out of 20. Probability of the customer getting a 50 token prize is 2 out of 20, or you can say 1/10. And the probability of the customer receiving a 20 token prize is 4 out of 20, which is 1/5.